It's been called the greatest wine school on earth because it's brilliant beyond your wildest dreams. If you have the slightest inclination to apply for a scholarship to the Len Evans tutorial, just do it. If you tried before and not made it, try again. It is by turns eye-opening, nerve-wracking, enthralling, spine-tingling, and just plain fun. And it's like nothing else. I was fortunate to be one of the 2022 scholars, and this snapshot of the experience will give you, at best, a dregs of the bottle taste, but it should be enough to let you judge for yourself the worth of this endeavour. One of the best bits is the 11 other scholars who'll ride the rocket with you, and friendships forged in fire like this are likely to last. This cohort gives a sense of the diverse, driven, distinguished go-getters you'll be hanging out with. Genevieve Mann, owner and winemaker at Carimbia Wines in Margaret River and Swan Valley. Ben Mullen, owner and winemaker at Mulline Vintners in Geelong. Penny Grant, Queensland market manager for Adelaide Hills producer Shaw & Smith. Dylan McMahon, general manager and winemaker at Seville Estate in the Yarra Valley. Nadia Wallington, owner and winemaker at Chalou Wines in Orange. Ben Harris, regional viticulture manager for Wynn's Coonawarra Estate. Andrew Duff, winemaker at Hart and Hunter in the Hunter Valley. Andrea Pritzker, MW, founder and educator at Wine Intuition. Frank Butera, general manager and winemaker at Bass River Winery in Gippsland. Erin Larkin, wine writer, principally for Wine Advocate. Tim Pelquest Hunt, chief winemaker at Orlando Wines based in the Barossa. And, me. Things start being amazing from the moment you're chosen. Everyone congratulating you like you just got married, past scholars saying you've no idea how lucky you are and how they only wish they could do it all again. Along with the euphoria is a healthy sense of trepidation. You are lucky, you don't want to blow it, and also it will be tough. You're picked because you've convinced a bunch of wise people that you're up to the task. You want to prove them right. The 5-day event takes place in the Hunter Valley in the first week of November. You're put up, fed and watered, in exceptional style as it happens, and welcomed with insane warmth by tutorial insiders and a tight-knit hunter fraternity. Make no mistake though, there is work to do here, and you will be put through your paces in a series of stern tests that are also, of course, opportunities to learn. This starts right away on Monday morning, the first session of judging. I won't lie, I was tied up in knots with nerves ahead of this session. The adrenaline and dread combo spiked before all 5 judging sessions, but the first is the worst. After that, it's just routine. Chardonnay, Cabernet Sauvignon and Friends, Riesling, Shiraz and Syrah and Pinot Noir were the classes for us. You have your book, blank spaces for the 30 wines running youngest to oldest for the whites, oldest to youngest for the reds. 12 scholars facing the front, 6 tutors staring back. Pre-kickoff, you get some helpful pointers, most objective but some subjective, on how excellence in the glass should be gauged for each class. Then a generous amount of time to taste, take notes, and award a score out of 100. The tutors taste, mark, depart, and confer to settle on a final score for each wine. When they return, a different set of butterflies stirs, the moment of truth. Going round the room, wine by wine, the scholars declare their score. 1 or 2 will be asked to account for their decision before the judge's verdict is handed down. Match the goals and you're winning. Stick tight to their scores and you're going well. Deviate widely and, well, it's a learning experience, isn't it? We were told at the start of the week that you have to strap yourselves in for a rollercoaster ride. It's good advice. There will be hits and misses. Your performance will be scrutinised closely in a complex way you only partially understand, and there's no sense overthinking it. The rigour with which you interrogate what's in the glass is exhausting enough. Between judging sessions, there are tutored masterclasses and the like. The themes will vary slightly year on year, but ours included the evolution of modern Australian Chardonnay led by Michael Hill-Smith MW of Shaw & Smith, a brief tour of Burgundy hosted by Philip Rich, a vertical of Cullen Cabernet wines with Vanya Cullen, and a prestige champagne masterclass and champagne terroir dissection with Tyson Stelzer. Here too, we take notes, make observations, prod and get prodded. Such a luxury to take time to pour over wines like this in the company of your fellow scholars and esteemed tutors. And yes, I did say esteemed. It will sound sucky-uppy, but it can't be overemphasised what a privilege it is to have these people shine the spotlight on us. Yes, you get grilled, but they're invested in our improvement and are monumentally generous with their wisdom. Ian Riggs, Sarah Crowe, Sam Connew, Tom Carson, Jim Chatto, Sue Bell, Patrick Walsh, Adam Wadowitz, Liz Silkman, Nick Patterson, Randall Pollard, Amanda Yallop, Mike DeJulius, Stu Horden, Dave Brooks, a wealth of accomplishment among that roll call of long-term high achievers. Tutorial dinners are legendary too. Attended by scholars and tutors, they mix business and pleasure. By all accounts, these are more relaxed these days, nothing gladiatorial, more like a sophisticated dinner party fueled by mental jousting and outrageous bottles of wine. Mostly served blind, each course and flight a quiz show round to deduce provenance, identity and linkages. Once again, a great convivial feeling and vanishingly rare wines sacrificed to the passing down of knowledge. International unicorns strut the stage at times, but there are local legends and ancient curios with a real story to tell. Due to cost and rarity, there's a genuine danger of losing some of these ties to the past, and this is another sense in which those sitting at the table are being handed a torch. As well as seeing into the past, it's deemed important to check out the view from the top of the world. That's kind of what the final morning is all about. The fabled blind tasting of the vineyards of Domaine de la Romanée-Conti. As if the rest of the week isn't surreal, this is an out-of-body experience. Corton, Grands Échezeaux, Romanée Saint-Vivant, Romanée Conti, Richebourg, Latache, places so out of reach they may as well be Narnia. The sense of anticipation is thrillingly ridiculous. Everybody who's sat swirling the same set of glasses has inhaled that weird cocktail of emotions. And yet that's hardly any people at all. It's a long whiff, small sip, no spitting affair as you take it all in, aiming to match the sensations with the myth. That privilege isn't lost on scholars. The specialness of everything is sprinkled over these 5 days, and that's what makes it so intensely enjoyable. There is downtime too, and this is a wonderful group of people to share it with. So here's another vital point. The tutorial may well open doors, but more importantly, it fosters friendship. You share a unique experience with a relatively small group of fortunate and gifted forerunners. This illustrates it quite well, I think. As a gift to the trustees, the class of 2022 contacted all scholars going back to 2001, asking them to be part of this tableau. It features headshots of 240-odd individuals woven into the image of a tutorial ritual. That through line of experience, connecting a diverse pack of personalities across time, unified by wine. Well, it holds up a mirror, and the Len Evans tutorial should be immensely proud of what it sees. What a community it's nurtured. What potential it's unleashed for the forward motion of the Australian wine industry. If you apply and it turns out this isn't your time, try to strengthen your hand for next year's tilt. Everything you do to prepare yourself will benefit you greatly and be of tremendous value to the wine scene as a whole. This is all about pushing yourself, participating, supporting others, bringing wine people together and driving a culture of collaboration and excellence. Let's end with the words of Len Evans himself, who insisted we learn about wine in order to enjoy it more, the same way we get more out of literature, painting, sculpture or music when we're more in tune with their history and subtlety. Great wine is an art, Evans wrote, and the reason so many people in the world are so passionate about it is that they're part of this art. Now that to me is key. The Len Evans tutorial is a chance to be part of this art. Like great art, it may be challenging, but it's also resonant, rewarding, maybe even life-changing.